Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, coming at you with a review of Doctor Who, The Lost Dimension, Book 1. I read through this almost immediately after I had been sent it as a gift from my friend across the pond, Z-Man, and it was all-consuming. I read this from cover to cover. There's going to be a second volume, which I am desperately going to want to seek out as soon as it becomes available, because this story does not just comprise these four doctors as you see on the cover, 9, 10, 11, and 12, as such. And like so. That's got to hurt, very probably. Oh dear. It is absolutely astounding to have all of these doctors commingling. They're not all part of the story at the same time. They're all taken out of their various, places in time and things like that. I believe it's 12 starts off the story, then you spend some time with 9, and then 10, and as well as 11. You see encounters with the Cybermen and a lot of familiar sort of alien creatures and characters. Some new companions that are comic book exclusive, as well as more familiar ones like Rose Tyler and Bill Potts in the case of the 12th Doctor. And it all revolves around, you see the cover is all like a white void. There is what is known as a white hole in space, it's sort of the antithesis of a black hole, but it is a energy vortex that has siphoned into itself a couple of the former incarnations of the Doctor. And it is supposed that he might be lost for all time in those incarnations, as long as he is, a victim of this. And come to find there's something very unexpected internally to it when the 11th Doctor actually manages to traverse the white hole, this energy void that may or may not relate to the Doctor's home planet. And I'm not going to say anything more than that, for lack of wanting to spoil it outright. The very intriguing thing, I'll show you the back, at least the imagery on the back. You have the 12th Doctor and Bill Potts, but who is this, I wonder? Could it be the Doctor's daughter, Jenny? What? For anyone who was a fan of the character of Jenny as portrayed by Georgia Moffat in Series 4 of Doctor Who, I think it was, with David Tennant's 10th Doctor, as well as, Donna Noble, and I think Freema Agyeman's Martha Jones was involved in that story as well. It was just a really spectacular, intriguing episode, a new character being born out of the DNA of the Doctor himself. And again, as I say, she has an integral role in this story. She may, although I'm not sure, this is only my speculation, I don't think this is a spoiler, but she may have been the one who created the white hole to begin with. I'll have to wait for Volume 2 to find out. And then they also list River Song as being involved in this volume, but at least in this collected Book 1 version, she doesn't appear. She just appears in the opening credits, sort of to familiarize you with the characters that are going to be involved in the story. I don't think she actually crops up until Volume 2, though. But this was a spectacular, spectacular read. The art is fantastic. You really, in the way it's written, in the way the characters are depicted, you really hear the voices. And you get a vibe, a sense of the personages of the actors who played these respective doctors in this adventurous story. And it was a whirlwind read. I can't wait for the second volume to hit. Whenever it does, I'm going to be, desperate to grasp it and clasp onto it and read through it. And thanks once again to my friend across the pond, Z-Man, for sending this my way. It was such an awesome sauce read, and I can't wait to get into the other subsequent volumes you sent me, the 9th Doctor Adventures and such like that. But I had to come on and talk about this one. As you've seen across the video, some of the artwork and the classic Doctors that, sort of made guest starring appearances and such like that. It was just fantastic. And so, yeah, if you've read this story, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below what you thought of it, if you were as excited by it as I was, or if you're going to be seeking it out and checking it out as per this recommendation. I couldn't more highly recommend it if you're a fan of Doctor Who, if you like multi-Doctor stories and such like that. And some of your favorite characters, comprise Rose Tyler, River Song, Jenny, the Doctor's daughter, even Madame Vastra and her Jenny show up, which was really intriguing to me because her familiarity with the 9th Doctor was something I didn't know about. Oh my. Very, very intriguing. Very interesting. So yeah, otherwise that'll be pretty much it for me on this. If this video finds you well, I'll catch you all later. Peace.